What if you could walk into the moment Howard Carter opened the tomb and see every treasure exactly as it was 3,300 years ago? Today, for the first time, the entire legacy of Tutankhamun stands reunited under one roof at the Grand Egyptian Museum, the world's largest archaeological museum, steps from the Giza pyramids. Rising beside the Great Pyramid, this billion-dollar complex spans roughly 500,000 square meters, with a grand staircase lined by ancient statues and 12 vast galleries charting Egypt from prehistory to Rome. Yet its beating heart is Tutankhamun. 2 dedicated halls now present over 5,000 objects from his tomb, assembled in full for the first time since 1922. Imagine walking through a 7,000 square meter narrative where every object tells what the boy king wore, rode, ate, prayed, and carried to eternity. No replicas, no gaps. Just the most complete royal assemblage ever displayed. In 1922, Carter peered through a breach by candlelight and saw wonderful things. A century later, those wonderful things are staged to recreate context. The nested shrines, the chariots poised for royal hunts, the jewelry that whispered divine favor, and the daily tools that humanize a king often reduced to a golden mask. Presenting the entire set together transforms isolated masterpieces into a coherent life, death, and afterlife blueprint. What changes when the mask, the coffins, the throne, and the chariots are no longer scattered but speak to each other in one story? Everything, from how we read symbolism to how we measure power. The curation flows like a journey through the tomb, from antechamber to burial chamber, from protection to resurrection. You'll meet the overlapping coffins, including the solid gold inner coffin, before standing face to face with the iconic mask. Nearby, the golden throne glows with intimate scenes of Tutankhamun and Ankhesenamun, while ceremonial chariots and armor reveal a court balancing piety, pageantry, and warcraft. The scale and proximity let viewers decode craft techniques and materials that rarely share the same room. Stand close enough and you'll see not just gold, but fingerprints of ancient artisans, formulas of status, and the logistics of an empire compressed into a burial suite. The museum's approach is cinematic. A glass facade echoing pyramid geometry, then a 6-story ascent where colossal statues escort you upward toward light and vistas of the Giza plateau. That scale matters. It grants Tutankhamun the stage he never had in life, setting his treasures against Egypt's cosmic canvas of kingship, belief, and daily life across millennia. Turn left from the grand staircase and you time travel. Ramesses II towers behind you. Ahead, a reunited pharaonic microcosm waits to be decoded object by object. Scholars long dreamed of comparing every Tut object side by side, motifs, workshop techniques, conservation states, and the kit of a king's afterlife. Now that dream is physical, promising new research on royal burials, artisanal networks, and political messaging at the end of the 18th dynasty. The completeness invites fresh questions. Which items were truly personal? Which were symbolic stand-ins? And how did theology shape design choices? When the whole puzzle sits in one place, hidden patterns surface. Patterns that could rewrite how we tell the last chapters of the Amarna legacy. The Grand Egyptian Museum isn't just a new address for old treasures. It's a turning point, a place where the most famous tomb in history finally breathes as a single symphony. Come for the mask, stay for the story, and leave with a deeper map of how a teenage king became an immortal idea. Tutankhamun is unveiled, not as a legend of gold alone, but as a life reconstructed in full for the first time.